talk about Umar Boness 3 times, y'all. We know he is on a YouTube tour, and we know that time is ticking. Time is of the essence, you guys. There is some things that is going on behind closed doors, and I can't talk about it. But y'all, from what I know and see, Umar Boness 3 times, y'all. His days are numbered. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Welcome. Umar Boness 3 times. His days is numbered. Hey, got you. How are you? I'm feeling good today. How are y'all? Welcome, Kathy and Gaku. Welcome in the building, y'all. Smash the like button, y'all. Umar Boness 3 times is in. He's in the. He's in trouble. I mean, I don't think no prayers is going to help this situation, but y'all, we're going to talk about the federal laws that, from what we know and see. Hey, Patrick, how are you? Happy Creole Month to you too. From what we see and what we know on the scams, and I'm gonna break it down to y'all, and this is just my perception of this situation, a big situation that's going on behind closed doors, y'all. I'm just saying I can't talk about it, but I can. Hey Lisa, how are you? Gaku said, "What's good? What's good? Update me." Yes, we about to update y'all. So there is some stuff going on behind closed doors, y'all. Smash the like button. And I'm just gonna read because we know that Umar created FDMG schools, right? But we also know that Umar has also begged these people. Look, my lipstick is all not even perfect, but anyway, the thank you, Gaku, thank you, Joseph. Hey, how are you? So what we do know, okay, let's start at the beginning. Umar created FDMG schools, right? So when Umar created FDMG schools, remember he only wanted black donors to donate, right? So with that being said, hey Dorian, how are you? Hey El Boogie, how are you? Um, El Boogie, I can talk about it, but I can't talk about it because I cannot let what's going on. I can't let the cat out the bag, but I can love it. I guess I don't know. But anyway, remember he was asking for donations. Remember he was asking for donations. Donations, send FDMG donations. Remember that? Um, hey Patrick, remember he was asking for donations. Well, you guys, for one, you cannot ask for donations for a business or for a nonprofit and then use those donations to finance your lifestyle. And we all know and what we can see pretty much, but we just can't prove it. But the feds, they can. What we do know and what we've seen is that Umar has been spending that money allegedly pretty much on himself. And according with the federal regulation, the federal law, and I'm going to read the statute, this can land him almost 30 years in prison. I did a few weeks ago a live about the same situation that happened. So, to this other guy, he was doing the same thing. Remember, if you guys were on that live, he was doing the same thing. He had a business, he was asking for donations, and he was using the donation money for his personal use. Same situation with Umar, except for he was doing it for the Navy veterans. Well, there's some stuff going on behind the closed door, behind the curtains. That this situation, y'all, I'm giving it maybe 6 to 8 months. That's all I'm saying. 6 to 8 months, and Umar is going to be, P Diddy 2 times over. P. Diddy 2.0. That's all I'm saying. But we're gonna go over the statute, and we're gonna. Nelson says Diddy, yes. Nelson, yes. It's going to be up and stuck. He's gonna be in trouble. Let me, before I read these statutes, these federal statutes that particularly relates to Umar, which there's probably going to be a whole lot. Hey, versus Ivan, how are you? The J Wit says what? Yes. So I can't say anything, but there's some things going on behind closed doors. Jay Witt. Hey, Jay Witt. Jay Witt says what? Yes. Jay Witt says grace and peace. Grace and peace to you too, Jay Witt. Your last live was fire. I see that your last live. It was wonderful. But y'all, these situations, excuse me, with Umar. Y'all know he was asking for donations, asking for donations. Even got a cease and desist in Philadelphia. Remember, they said Umar needs to stop asking for FBMG donations in the state of Pennsylvania. He was still doing that. Remember when he came up on on his Instagram and he asked for donations and he was said coming to you live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And Philadelphia, Pennsylvania told him, don't you come over here asking for donations no more in the name of FBMG. Well, that is a situation in itself. But this other situation that is big and juicy stuff going on behind the closed doors is going to land him. It's just like I said, a Diddy 2.0. I'm saying 6 to 8 months, maybe could be sooner, but there's some big things going on behind closed doors, you guys. And like I said, I'm going to read you some statues. But also, remember when he was sitting in the car on some of his old videos and he was with the mail? Remember, he was like, yeah, I got all this mail, and he was had the mail. I know Jay Witt, I know you've seen it. Probably a lot of other of you guys have seen it as well. He had, remember the envelopes, all the money, all the donation money coming in envelopes through the mail. He's in trouble. That's I'm telling you, it's a lot going on. So my assumption on the charges, these are just my assumption, is going to be mail fraud, and it's going to be some type of embezzlement. But I looked up two statutes that pertaining to like the mail fraud and also collecting donations and using it for his own personal use. Those are the two that I looked up. Now they could get him with more others, but some people don't understand that, they say, well, he was asking for donations and they were sending them. Yes. And they're grown. Yes, they are. They're grown. Anybody can, you can send donations to anybody you want to. But for the purpose and the reason why you are sending these donations is because he was asking for them. As you guys know, he's always saying, hit me with the PayPal, hit me was the Cash App, remember? Send it to FDMG Schoolhouse. So he was asking for these donations for the use to, build the school, do all these other things. Plus, he's already he was behind on all the bills, right? Now pretty much racked up 1.6 million, possibly more, y'all, possibly more. You racked up 1.6 million dollars, and I know that he is not keeping has not kept the when somebody donates to you, you're supposed to keep track. Just like when you go to Goodwill and you donate, they write everything down for you, they give you a receipt. Jay says donations, 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 gifts. Yes, 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 Jay Witt. And he was using this money, and we can't prove it, but we're more than 99% sure that Umar was using this money for personal use. And when they pulled them bank records and they see his debit card and it's sliding through Walmart, sliding through over here, at Macy's, sliding at the African shops, sliding for plane tickets, all these things. Y'all already know at the IRS, he even said it in the last video. Remember the last video with the younger guy just like 2 3 days ago? He said they reported him to the IRS. They reported him to the feds. But I, spoke with somebody. I spoke with somebody and I can't say their name. I can't give up no information, but I can speak around it, but I can't speak like directly what information I was given. But y'all, Umar Johnson, I would say 6 to 8 months, and this is just me saying this, it's going to be ugly for him in 6 to 8 months. I'm just saying. If it takes maybe a year, I wouldn't even say that. But y'all, some stuff is in the pot brewing. Now, what we know about the statue, and this is me just looking these two up, what these two can carry him. Like I said, I did a live video on, I call him his cousin brother from another mother. He was doing the same exact thing. The feds let him do it for 8 years, and he got away with it for like 2 more years or something. I think it was like 8 or 10 years. The feds let him, keep on letting people send money in for the Navy vets. You say, we gonna let him. And then when the U.S. Marshals went to go and get him, He had a lot. He had a lot of money in his suitcase in his storage facility from these donations. And y'all see how Umar is collecting these donations from envelopes. Y'all see him in the car. Y'all seen him in plenty of videos where he goes to the mail and gets the mail from FDMG, and he's like all these envelopes. Y'all, it's not going to be pretty for him. So his cousin who has a degree as well, and I think his degree was from Harvard. Hey, Bronze, how are you? Welcome. So his degree was from Harvard, and Umar, he says he got 11 degrees from all these different places, right? He calls himself a doctor this, doctor that, but really and truly, he's a broke doctor that's about to be in the shackles, y'all. I'm telling y'all. But let me read the statute that I think one of the charges may be when that time comes. I'm just saying, this is just my opinion. So, and I'm just reading. It's actually, I put it on my page like 2 or 3 days ago, y'all, before I even knew of this situation, because I barely found out this situation yesterday. So I put it on my page like 2 days ago, way before I found out about, solidly about what's going on behind the closed doors. But y'all, let me continue. So, and see, we think that people are, situations with certain people were the reasons, and y'all, there's other people that have issues with Umar that is bigger than what we know and what we think. But y'all, let me continue. So I'm going to read off. So it says, I put into Google, I said, what using, like, using donations for personal use, what it carries you in the feds. So this is what it reads. And it's like I said, I put it on my post so you guys can go and read it. So it says, using donated money for personal use is illegal and can result in federal charges under various laws such as mail fraud. Remember, he had the mail. Hey, Art of War, how are you? Hey, Ken. Hey, Bob. Hey, Daniel. So remember, he had all of those the envelopes, y'all. He had all of the envelopes. Okay, and they got the proof with his videos, right? So it says right here. Hold on. It says right here, okay, I'm gonna start over, you guys. I'm sorry. Hey, Francisca, how are you? Welcome. So it says using donated money for personal use is illegal and can result in federal charges under various laws such as mail fraud, U.S. Code 1341, solicitation or use of gifts. Remember, he was collecting and asking people for gifts and donations. So that's a violation under Code 4. I'm sorry, under code U.S. Code 663 and general theft or embezzlement statutes. It says these laws apply if money is solicited for a public or charitable purpose and then intentionally used for private gain. It says, or if a scheme to defraud is devised to obtain money through false representations. In the case of political campaigns, a specific law prohibits the conversion of campaign funds for personal use. So he is in some deep, there's a lot going on. It is a lot. But I just picked two things to talk about amongst the millions that's going on. It says, applicable laws and charges. In accordance with U.S. Code 1341 mail fraud, this law applies to any scheme to defraud that uses a U.S. mail or private interstate carrier to obtain money or property. This can include soliciting donations, which, remember, every time he turns on the camera, he's begging for donations, and he's always giving FDMG PO box, blah 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 blah. As much as I just seen it, you would have thought I would have remembered the PO box, y'all. But ain't nobody got time to be remembering that. But anyway, um, he's always giving his phone number. He's always saying hit the PayPal, send the money to the PO box. Remember, FDMG schoolhouse, blah blah blah. Yep, it's all on. It is they all the evidence, the proof is in the pudding. But y'all, let's continue. So it says, okay, let me start over. It says this law applies to any scheme to defraud that uses the U.S. mail or a private interstate carrier to obtain money or property. This can include soliciting donations through a fraudulent scheme and then using the funds for personal use. Now, we can't confirm or deny the personal use, but we're more than sure. I would say if everybody, public opinion, I believe it's gonna be 99% that Umar was using this FDMG money for his personal gain. Remember, he was in Ghana, he was all vacation, staycation, gallivanting through Switzerland, special going all these places. I know all of these people did not pay him. Hey, Drake's Dad's Mustache, how are you? Drake's Dad's Mustache says that last upload has me dying. Why did the man put on a suit and create that video about that school? He is a mess. And that's where it all began. I'm telling you, he is in trouble, y'all. I hope he's eating the last. I hope that Cinnabon snack was good the other day at the airport. I hope the last meals that he gets, are very delicious to him, because his days are numbered. His days are numbered. Hey, the luminary says no more $400 daishikis. Nope. No, he's trading that in for maybe $20 prison suits. The federale style. The all gray, maybe the orange. The black and white stripes. We got to consult with Diddy to see what color the new hot and popping color is with feds, right? Dorian says, I want Pumar to represent himself in court. He's gonna probably have to, because after these feds get done with him, y'all, it is not going to be nice. And y'all, I'm gonna be right there at the federal courthouse again, just like I was with Diddy, be at 500 Pearl Street. But y'all, it's crazy. Hey, Black Anonymous, how are you? Gaku says, "Darn, yes, it is going down." But y'all, I'm telling you, Umar collected this money. Remember the mail portion. Remember, like I said, the videos. I wish I wasn't, because we're traveling. We're going on a little weekend getaway. But I wish I could show you guys the video again. I know most of y'all have seen it, but the video where he has all the mail in his hand. Y'all remember that video? Put a one if y'all remember that video. He had all this mail. Oh, these are the donations. These are the donations. Remember that? And he was collecting these donations through the mail, which is mail fraud. And also, he was not, I know he was not keeping them books. Because when you have somebody donating to you, you are supposed to write a receipt. Has anybody had a receipt given to them? Any donors in the building? Black Anonymous says donations, gifts. Yes, yes, Black Anonymous. Yes, yes. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if y'all remember seeing that video. Put a one in the chat. Do y'all remember seeing that video? That's an example of the mail fraud that the Fed's going to get him with. Trust me. I'm thinking, this is my thoughts, that he is going to be they're going to hit him with that mail fraud and embezzlement, and also for like something, of course, with scamming, asking these people, but all of it is pretty much the same thing, right? I see some ones in the chat. Yes, so I'm telling you, it's not going to be looking good, y'all. The pot is, I'm telling you, the pot then went from 0 to like 9. And this situation is not looking good at all. Black Anonymous is at the lounge. Umar had a period of time where there was no nonprofit status. Yes, yes, I'm telling you, this situation with all of this stuff, and then I believe they said, from what I heard, he doesn't even have an LLC. He's not registered. Some of the stuff is like really janky. A lot of it is really, really janky. Francisca says mail and tax returns. He put 0. Yes, they are, y'all. I'm telling you, it's going down. I wish I could like say. Jay Wick says, okay, put a one. Ken's laughing. Dorian says 10K says he pleads insanity and said he gonna try to plead something. He gonna try to say all this stuff when he's up in that courthouse, right? He gonna try to sing them a song and dance that the feds is not. He can try to think that he is fooling us out here, but when he gets in that federal courtroom, y'all, he ain't fooling them federales, baby. They got the receipts, and y'all know, because remember when he said his bank account? Hey, bougie Barbie, how are you? Francisca said Pennsylvania gave him cease and desist. Yes, Francisca. They told him, Umar, if you come over here asking for one more cent, we gonna charge you. I did a live on that like maybe 2 months ago. They said in the cease and desist, if you ask for money in the state of Pennsylvania after this date that we serve you with this cease and desist, we're gonna charge you with like $1,000 a day, every day that he did it, and like something weekly or something. It was like some kind of fee. And I have that live, and then we can go back over it. But yes, they're gonna charge him a fee, and that's a whole another situation. He has about 50, 11 situations going on, and y'all, it is not looking. When I say it's not looking good, it is not looking good at all. It is not looking good. Umar is in the hot seat. I mean, the flames is I mean, they it's like crusting his the donkadonk. Really, really bad. It is not looking good for him. But hey, the humble one, how are you? Welcome. Verfer, welcome. Francisca says, Abuja Barbie, hello. Patrick, smooth. Yes, he is y'all. It is not looking good for him. And this situation right here, I'm telling you, it is not looking good for him. And these charges, from what I seen, with his brother from another mother, same college degree from his brother. He had a Harvard degree, and the feds let him continue to do it for like I think 8 or 9 years, 10 years, something like that, before he got caught. Y'all remember that live I did? And he got caught, and they gave him 28 years in federal prison. They gave him 28 years, and he raised or begged and defrauded people out of, I think it was one point something or 2 million, something like, it was like around the same amount. Hold on, matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Black Anonymous says, at the lounge, do you have new information? Where can we find it? I spoke with somebody, and I can't give that information out. um so I don't want to, I don't want to like speak too much. But this person let me know all of these things that is going on, and I don't want to mention anybody's name, and I don't want to mention like the direct situation as to what was told. But just know, you guys, the feds are involved. Just know that the feds are involved. The feds are involved, and it's not looking good. Black Anonymous says, "Okay, at the lounge, I understand. Yeah, I hate to talk around stuff because y'all know I be trying to bring y'all everything clear cut, and transparent. But with this situation, I can't speak and tell like everything directly. But just know that the feds are like involved, and it's not looking good for Umar at all, at all, at all. Tis says the Umar house is finally crumbling down. Yes, facts, facts. Yes, it is actually falling down, you guys. And like I said, this situation, I'm gonna give, I would say May or June. I would say May or June. Smooth says protect your sources. Yes, I want to protect my sources. I don't want to, say anything, because I promised this person that I wouldn't say like their name or give the pertinent details that was, told to me. But y'all, it's not looking good for Umar at all. And y'all see, if y'all check out his last interviews, you see even with the young guy, the young black guy that was they was in the daishiki. Remember, he was like kind of pressing him, and he was like asking him some pressing questions. That young guy, like 2 3 days ago, I put it on my channel. When he went up there, right? Y'all remember Umar, his body language? Y'all see he had his arms crossed as if something was bothering him, like he was teed off about something. And then also Umar even tells you in that video, y'all go back and listen to it, or if y'all heard it, put a one in the chat. Did y'all hear Umar said they didn't already, people reported him to the IRS and now reported him to the feds, and that is true. That is true, true, true. Facts. 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 Black Adam says, who cares if Ubar is bad? Yeah, we don't care. We don't care. Jay Witt says, your source better not be. No. Jay Witt, you is hilarious. No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. This is a solid concrete source. Solid concrete source. Solid concrete source. Solid, solid concrete source. So yes, it is. It is. I'm telling you, it is. It is. It's up and stuff. That's all I'm saying. What I'm telling you guys, and mark my words, sure as the sun rises and shines, Umar I would give it a year, and that's being nice. I think with all the stuff that's going on, because y'all know, just like with Diddy, y'all remember with Diddy, it took. Remember, it was around September. Remember September 16th when Diddy Boobop got arrested. Remember last year. Remember, and then when they arrested him, no, the Cassie situation happened like remember December, and then the next year in September 16th to be exact, that's when Diddy got arrested. Do y'all remember that? So I'm saying a year, and if they got all their ducks in a row, it could be less than a year. But all I'm saying is it's already going. That's all I'm saying. It's already going. So y'all gonna see me doing a lot of videos with Umar taking trips down memory lane. We gonna do a trips down memory lane with Umar because all of this stuff that he's put on his platform is going to be, I'm more than sure, in this case with the feds because he's already gave himself up doing all these videos begging, saying send money to FDMG. If he would have said, I believe, donate to Umar. Some of the videos he did, though. Some of the videos he did. He said, Dr. Umar, but most of the videos, FDMG Schoolhouse. That's is already done for him. And the mail fraud, when he had all that mail and people are sending in donations, he's taking it, cashing it in or deposit it in his account. That's a transactional receipt for the feds. Then he's going using his debit card for that account and going over there, turning up, doing all kind of stuff. Those are the receipts that they're able to pull. Your bank account can be subpoenaed by the feds. So that is going to be the receipts. Jay Witt says, full of crock is going to be mad at Black. Yeah, so it's y'all, it's going down. Like I said, I would say a year. Thank you, Jay Witt. Jay Witt says money towards the Umar in court. Oh, thank you, Jay Witt. Yes, because y'all know I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be right there, boots on ground at the federal building. Diddy was at 500 Pearl Street, but if Umar is gonna be at 500 Pearl Street, we'll be there too. And I was in the courtroom with Diddy. I seen the back of him head. He looked like Santa Claus that stole Christmas 40 years ago. But I was there and I will be there when this situation goes down with Umar. I'm just saying, thank you so much, Jay Witt. I appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And y'all, as soon as they say Umar was arrested, the federales have indicted him. They have indicted him and arrested him. And his first court hearing, y'all, I'm gonna schedule that plane ticket immediately. I'm not playing. I'm gonna schedule that plane as soon as I find out the first court hearing. I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna be right there. Hey, Rivka. Rivka says, "Good afternoon, beautiful sister at the lounge. I'm glad it. I guess I caught you live. Yes, thank you, thank you. The humble one says, I hope he meets a oh, Fleece Johnson. He said you can take this the easy way or you can take it the hard way. The choice is yours. You are hilarious, Felice Johnson. He is a mess, y'all. He was in that federal. If y'all don't know Felice Johnson, he was a federal. I mean, he was a state inmate in Kentucky, and he liked to see men in their with the their pants baggy saggy, and he was like a predator to the booty. He said booty is more important than water. Y'all gotta go check him out too. And after he got out of prison, he is still doing like YouTube. Somebody made a YouTube channel and does like a lot of YouTube videos with police, and he is hilarious. He is hilarious. But yes, he may meet a police. He may meet a Felice Johnson and Johnson up in there, right? So, and his last name is Johnson, Umar Johnson, but Umar Johnson, that's not even his birth name. We already know that. That's a lie. Y'all know he got a whole lot of stuff, right? A whole lot of stuff. Jess says, oh Lord, she's talking about the booty. Yes, Jess, the booty warrior. You remember him? The booty warrior, yes, the booty warrior, y'all. He gonna be up in there, and he may catch Diddy up in there. I don't know how long it's gonna be before they schedule Diddy to his jail because I haven't been like keeping up with the Diddy stuff pretty much after he got sentenced. But I don't know when they're going to sentence him to his prison that him supposed to be at, because he wanted to go to Fort Dix, and the judge said you ain't going to Fort Dix. Didn't you see a whole bunch of of those while you was out there cutting up and gallivanting in them streets? Did he said no, we're not sending you to Fort Dix. You done seen enough of them. We sending you where we want to send you, right? I'm just saying. But he may catch Umar. They may talk it up. High five and all kind of other stuff. He may catch him up in there. Just saying. I'm just saying. But y'all, it is really going down. It is going down. It's going down. I wouldn't be shocked if even the next couple of months, like if they say something about some indictment or something that hits like the mainstream media, like CNN, like Fox News and all those other news nations and stuff, if it doesn't hit that, probably in the next, I would say 6 to 8 months or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised, or even sooner. But I'm saying the pot is already like, went from 0 to like 9 really fast, and the pot is already boiling for Umar for next 3 times. He's gonna have a whole lot of, I'm sure, different kind of charges relating to scamming and embezzlement. Um, that I know for sure, because y'all, there's a whole lot of other stuff that I'm sure that he's done that we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Because I wonder if that bank account was really frozen. Was the bank account really frozen, or was it the feds locked it up? I'm telling y'all, there's some stuff going on. I believe it was the feds, but also I believe I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I'm kind of like going both ways on it, because it could have been the feds with all this stuff that I found out yesterday, or it could be that he didn't have no more money and he was going broke, and he used that as an excuse to get more donations. But I don't know, because he paid Marianne $68,000. Maybe he had, just say he maybe had 150,000 in his account. Maybe, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out a number. Maybe he had that much, and then he had enough, because Marianne said that he paid her 68,000 out of court settlement. So maybe he had, like, maybe, just say he had, like I said, 150, and he knows that these bills are due. What he said, he paid what, 30 something, 40,000, 100, almost 100,000, and all these back bills and all this stuff. See, that's what I'm saying. He is not even paying the bills at the schoolhouse. He's not paying no bills. He thinks because he's not there. He thinks because the water, he's not there, the water bill shouldn't be like, let me say something. Everybody, all of you guys that are in the building that have either rented a home, apartment, or even own a home, right? When you read your electricity bill, it's going to give you a service fee, right? It's going to say a service fee. There's a service fee for these bills, for these bills, the water bill, the power bill. There is a service fee every month that is charged to our account. But see, Umar is so slow, his elevator don't go to the top. He don't understand that. So now he goes off on these tangents, just like he was saying, "Oh, I've been scammed by all these contractors." Sir, didn't the influence, I watched his show, shout out to the information man's channel. I watched his live last night. He said he called numerous contractors in that area, in in Wilmington, and they said they don't even know about Umar Fullness 3 times. They never heard of him. They never dealt with him. So you telling me that you sitting up here lying like always, and you think that we gonna believe that Umar finessed 3 times? I already knew that that was cap. I already knew that he was lying. Just like with the school, when he went over there and cleaned them nasty boo boo toilets, talking about the contractors and came over here and they didn't boo booed in my toilets and da da da, and then he's playing with the boo boo and the feces and that's so gross, y'all. He was trying to blame it on the contractors. Now y'all tell me. I know plenty of y'all didn't have people where, like I said, whether you rent or whether you own, y'all didn't have people come over do job. I had my floors done with epoxy, and it took a long time. I didn't have no contractors boo booing in my toilet and not flushing. I didn't have no nasty bathrooms after these contractors got done doing these different jobs in my house. I mean, can y'all attest to that? I mean, come on now. Nobody in their right mind, as a contractor working in somebody's house, is going to be in that. I don't mean to be sick. Drake's dad Mustache says he never talked with any contractors because he had no money to pay them. Exactly, Drake's dad Mustache. He had no money, no dollar bills, and no intentions on getting a contractor. He is just full of lies. So that type of, I don't mean to be disgusting, y'all, and this is, maybe like a trigger warning or something, if you want to call it, but y'all, that, I don't mean to be gross. I don't mean to be gross. I don't mean to be nasty. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with y'all. That boo boo looked like he was sitting on that toilet, or whoever was sitting on that toilet. Was sitting there. It's one of the boo boos that you sitting there, you on your phone, you in there for about 30, 40 minutes. That's what kind of boo boo that looked like. That looked like he sat there and boo, and not only just once, like more than one time. He done boo booed in that toilet two, three, four times, however many times, and didn't flush for one, because that was disgusting. And the way he cleaned it, I was like, I feel sorry for his cellmate. I'm just saying this. I feel, put a one in the chat. Do y'all feel sorry for his cellmate? Because if he has a toilet like that, he gonna have some problems in prison. He gonna have some problems. He is going to have some big problems in prison because if he get a clean cellie that's OCD, oh, it's gonna be up and stuck. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fights up in there. I mean, that cellmate is going to have some problems with Umar. I see Drake Dad Mustache put a one. Black Anonymous says cross contamination Tunde. Yes. Now, if he is a business owner, why didn't you call somebody to clean them toilets? Hey, Mary Ann, how are you? Mary Ann Lorian, welcome. Mary Ann says, through a black contractor under the bus and elevated white contractor. Here goes your conscious king. Yes, did y'all not hear what him said in the video? Thank you for that, Mary Ann. Hey, Dr. Sharice, how are you? Did y'all not hear him say that? Oh, I collected this money from the black community, but I had to go to the white community because I was getting scammed. Remember when this white guy was trying to donate to Umar? And Umar said, no, I can't take no donations from you. You know why he can't take no donations from the white man? Let him call it, because we love everybody here at the lounge. The reason why he couldn't take that donation from the white man, because that white man, he would have called 911 had Umar not showed him where them dollar bills went. You ain't bought no box of tile. You ain't bought no cleaning supplies with the money I done gave you. I'm going to the FBI, CIA, the LMNOP. I'm going to everybody and let them know that you didn't scam me out of my money. That's why he don't want to take money from anybody else. He wants to rape, however you want to call it, these our black community. Right? Hey, Mr. Malik, how are you? Mr. Malik says, shout out to our lovely the lounge, that chat crew. Thank you, Mr. Malik. Welcome in. Black Anonymous says he should have had a team that included a facilities manager who could have handled getting folks who know how to properly clean. Facts. Facts on facts. Preach, Black Anonymous. You are a business owner and you are cleaning your own toilets. Yes, we're talking about you, Umar Boness, 3 times. Because if you're a businessman, you would have a team for everything. He thinks that he can do everything with a one monkey man show. You can't do everything with the one monkey man show. And he was talking about he having aircraft classes. He's having all these growing vegetable classes. He's having trying to cook classes. All these classes, and he's talking about he gonna be the teacher, the history teacher and stuff. He can't even add 2 plus 2 up. And you gonna try to teach? What are you gonna teach these boys? Because from what I see, you can't teach these children nothing. Because it looks like you need to go to school and be taught all over again, starting at kindergarten. You talking about you got 6 degrees? You got 6 degrees? And you got this schoolhouse and you bragging? I got this school, FDMG schools. But sir, you're not paying the bills there. The gym looks like the garbage dump. The facility has mold all around it. And you think This is how businesses operate, sir. I haven't seen a business operate like that at all, period. You're the first one. Sir, you are the first one. You're a broke doctor begging people for their hard working money, their hard earned money. They get out of bed, whatever they do, if they're um famous people, if they're social media, if they're YouTube struggle streamers like me. I'm the YouTube struggle streamer. I'm struggling, y'all. I'm struggling. If this was the case, you took these people's money and you did the right thing, nobody would be bothering you. Nobody. The FBI, the CIA, the elemental P people, they wouldn't. They wouldn't be bothering you, sir. If you did the right thing, they would not bother you, right? Drake's mustache says he wants everyone to do this stuff for free. Exactly. That was his plan. Donate your services for the black movement. Yes. And just like everybody else is saying, sir, what have you donated? This is your school. You want everybody to donate, but what have you donated? You haven't even donated. You just barely cleaned the toilets, and you trying to make a big deal out of that, sir? Do you know that these black entrepreneur people like King Randall is boots on ground. He is taking care of them boys, teaching them all kind of stuff. He doesn't understand when you have a business, you got to treat it like a baby. You got to get up in the wee hours. You got to clean. You got to put in some, you know what I'm saying, hard work. It just doesn't fall on your lap. It just doesn't say, hey, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. No, just like a baby, you got to feed the baby. You got to wash the baby, right? You got to change the baby's diaper. You got to, put fresh, clean clothes on the baby. He doesn't understand having a business is like taking care of a baby. But oh, he wouldn't know that because he don't even take care of his two, right? Let me just say that he did not take care of his two children, so he don't know nothing about taking care of no baby, right? So he sure don't know about taking care of no business. I'm just saying. So he is sitting here hollering, crying, and slinging snot, crossing his arms at that last interview with the little young boy, crossing his arms. Then when he went on the Danza project, he's over there, talking all kind of crazy stuff, right? Talking all kind of crazy stuff. And he thinks that people believe him. No, we don't believe you, sir. Maybe your Umarian army believes you because they are a little sickly, and we love everybody. So, if you from the Umarian army, we provide hot toddies over here for y'all. It's okay. We love everybody over here at the lounge, right? Mary Ann says, "Girl, he's living off the people's money. Of course, you don't understand that. Yes, he is living off these people's money, Mary Ann. That's why I said when I started my life, that's why I found one of the federal statutes that the feds is going to hit him with. The feds is going to hit him with mail fraud and embezzlement because remember when he's asking for these donations, he's saying hit the PayPal, FDMG, whatever, and then he says or here's a FDMG PO box. So they are and y'all he is so slow. Let me tell y'all something. When the feds are watching, the feds are watching. Now, Diddy's case was kind of crazy to me because I had more faith in the feds with the Diddy case, but not even to say that the feds they still be watching. We already know that the feds be looking and lurking when you look. They be looking when you least expect it, right? So who's to say that the feds ain't send a donation in, labeled it, Billy Bob Joe, sent their uh, um, you know, sent their donation in. Did they get a receipt? Did they get an email saying donation received? Here's your receipt. You sent in $100? No, I don't believe so. I don't believe that he's keeping any books. He's taking that money. He's getting like so happy with it. He's grabbing it all out the mailbox. I can imagine. I could just see his hands are just funny to me. Not trying to make in front of his hands, but he got his hands, his fingers look really like creepy to me. But I could see him going with his hands, grabbing all the mail out, getting all the donations, and then opening them up, taking the whatever if it's cash or check or whatever, taking it to his bank and depositing it and not giving nobody a receipt. Mary Ann, did you get a receipt when you donated that money to him? Like years ago? I bet you he's not. I'm telling you, I'm 99% sure he has not kept no books on them donations, and this is why he was put in that the on his tax returns. He wasn't putting the correct proper thing. He was acting like he ain't got nothing. He ain't got. I'm not reporting this or whatever. But we all know that that's a lie. You telling me that you ain't received no donations for umpteen years or umpteen months or whatever the case may be? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Drake Stats Mustache says he's gonna get hit with why? Oh yeah, wire fraud is another one. Drake Stats. Y'all put what y'all think. What other charges do y'all think that he is going to be hit with? Because I know it's going to be mail fraud. Drake Stats Mustache said wire fraud, like scamming, embezzlement. It's going to be leaning up against those charges. Hey, Granny Love, how are you? Mr. Malik says at the lounge, yes, Umar has hot dog fingers. Facts. Yes, Mr. Malik. His fingers look scary. They look like you like the I don't know, like Tales from the Crypt. Like he just looks like they just look scary to me. I'm sorry, they just look scary to me. And like he's up to no good when he be having his hands like this. I'd be like, oh my goodness. Oh Lord, he looks like a criminal. Oh my goodness, I can imagine him just grabbing that look with his hand with them funny hands, all the mail out, all the donations, the donations, look, the gifts, the donations, look with them funny hands, and then hurrying up and going and opening up that mail and then just throwing the trash, the envelopes. He probably just throws it in the gym. Everywhere is a trash can. He don't care. He just opens it up, throws it out, and then stacks all of it up and then takes it to the bank, deposit it, and don't give nobody no receipt. And this is what I'm telling you. When the feds do they business, hey Tehran, how are you? When the feds be doing they stuff, I'm sure they done probably sent in probably like 5 or 10 maybe donations just to see if he is going to give them a receipt. Y'all know the feds, they gonna watch. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. The other feds, real feds, that's what they do. I'm telling you. They gonna send in a check or have already sent in a check, a money order, whatever, just to test out what people are saying. When he's saying hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. Well, no more PayPal. No, it is PayPal. No more Apple Pay and all that other stuff. No more Cash App either. But when these people were sending stuff, he's not annotating nothing. He's not doing any bookkeeping at all. He is not doing any bookkeeping. So he's going to be, yes, the mail fraud, the wire fraud, the embezzlement. He's going to be hit with all of that. And who's to say that he did some other janky stuff with his bank account, right? Mary Ann says, listen, I went to my bank. I got receipts of all the cashier's checks I gave to FDMG. I cried like a baby. Oh, wow, Mary Ann. Why I think I was on Mr. O Leonard's show saying I'm getting my money back. I wasn't playing. I know that's right, Mary Ann. I know that's right. Dr. Cherie says, I can't wait. Me either. Me either. Because when I got this information, y'all, I was like, oh wait, hold on, you guys. Hold on. I got to see where my baby is. Hold on real quick. Hold on, because we in the airport and we trying to catch our plane. Look, I'm gonna be left. Let me go see. Let me go see. Hold on. I don't think they called. But yeah, I don't. Let me just see. Excuse me. Do you know what flight you're on? Oh, okay. I'm not going to Charlotte. Okay. Um, y'all, I need to go see what time my plane leaves before I get left. And I don't even know where Jamil is. He went live too. But yes, he is going to be hit with mail fraud, embezzlement, wire fraud, probably bank fraud, all kind of stuff. He's going to be hit with all of that. Mr. Malik says, y'all do know he was in court with. Oh wow, oh wow. See, that's what I'm saying, Mr. Malik. A lot of stuff is going down. A lot of stuff is already going down. Stuff that we don't even know that this is like way more than what we even know on what's going on with him. But y'all, it is going to be up and stuck. This situation with Umar for the next 3 times. he is going down, and it's already a countdown. Look, the countdown really has already started. So he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. And I believe with everything that he's gonna be hit with, I believe it's gonna be upwards of probably like maybe 30, I would say 25 to 30 years. I'm thinking. I may be wrong, but he gonna get some time. He's gonna get some big time because, like I said, the one that I was showing you guys about the other scammer, he got 28 years, and he was doing the same thing for, like I said, almost 10 years, I believe. So it is going down. It is going down. But y'all, we're about to catch this flight. I'm looking for my baby. I don't know where him is at. Like, I don't know where him is at. Tehran says, pretty sunglasses. Thank you. Thank you, Tehran. Thank you. Um, let me see. Let me see. Uh-oh, excuse me. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on. Hold up. Don't hang. Look. Hold up real quick. Hold on real quick. Hold on. I just got to check my plane. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let's see. Okay, I got some time. I was just making sure I didn't miss my plane, but yeah. So needless to say, y'all, Umar, the situation already started with him, and it's gonna be up and stuff with him. Like I said, I will give it between now and a year. I wouldn't be surprised if it might be 2 3 months from now, but y'all just know that time is ticking. Time is of the essence. So I'm gonna be doing, like I said, a trip down memory lane with a lot of his old videos and footage leading up to there go my baby, leading up to this situation with the feds. Baby. Oh, okay. But y'all, I'm gonna keep you guys in the loop. I'm gonna do videos. We're gonna be talking about lives, what other charges possibly that he's gonna be charged with. But y'all keep y'all head on the swivel. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility, as I always say. And y'all, we about to get on this plane. We heading out for the weekend, a little weekend getaway. But I'm going live all weekend long, all weekend long. So y'all stay tuned. If y'all not getting notifications, unsubscribe and then resubscribe, and then like turn your notification button off and then turn it back on, and then it'll start to give you guys all the times that I go live or like post a video. But y'all, I'm not gonna keep you guys. Y'all have a good rest of y'all's day. I plan on going live later on when we land where we're going. So y'all keep y'all's head on the swivel. And if y'all find out anything about Umar, any videos or anything crazy maybe that I have missed, because y'all know there's like 50, 11 trillion videos out there with Umar. But if y'all find videos that were like with the envelopes, mail fraud, because he's done numerous of those, send them to me because I'm gonna do videos and repost them. They're gonna be old, but we're gonna redo them all over again as to show what led up to him getting in trouble with the federales, y'all. But y'all leave with love, peace, and tranquility. And we about to get on this plane, y'all. We need to hurry up because we ain't trying to be left in the airport. But thank you guys. I love every one of you guys. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the likes. Thank you guys for support my channel. We're trying to reach 50K, I would say by December at least, or maybe a little bit, before. But thank you guys. And y'all, I will see y'all in the next live.